expected Chile to be so advanced. And Chile, Santiago is 2 hours north of the South Pole, and it's 25 hours flight from here. So it's like extreme. And Chile is doing better than Italy for sure, and better than average of Europe. So if I need to pick a choice now, I would not pick a place in Europe. Maybe I would pick among the cities, I may pick London and Berlin are the more open capitals and more easy to reach, and eventually Dublin. If you really want to, if you have a tech startup, Dublin may be a good place. But thinking in a broader way, and skipping San Francisco and Silicon Valley because you're already biased, already know that. I would say, again, South America is a fantastic place today now. It's growing like crazy. There are a couple countries that are doing really good, and first of all, Chile. And Southeast Asia, like everything happening around Singapore. Now Singapore is an incredible tech hub, and it's opening up to anyone. And Australia, and maybe Eugenia has some idea about that. Australia is opening the door more than ever, giving out even free visas to people. Yeah, for if you want to build a company. So I believe these are the main areas. There is a big boom in Middle East. So around Dubai area, it's doing really good. Dubai, today is kind of an artificial city in the sense that they built from scratch everything 2 years ago. Therefore, when you build from scratch, you have the opportunity to build it better. Better infrastructure, people that you invite, and that is exactly why Chile is doing really good. They started from scratch 5 years ago after 2 revolutions. So one thing is that it's too easy. Being in Europe today, for students here, it's really easy and you're still in your comfort area. And sometimes to understand better, to grow faster, you need to break the rules. You really need, for real, it's not a statement you read sometimes. You really need to get out of your comfort area, and you want to see yourself and your country from a different perspective. This changes things a lot.
So last question from me. I was in Paris last week, and the government just announced a plan to help startups and help entrepreneurship. They're going to teach entrepreneurship in primary school, in young schools now. And so I'm wondering if there's anything the Italian government can do to help startups, or is it just up to these guys to just take it in their own hands and keep moving forward?
Okay, I'm not super updated on everything happening in the Italian government right now, but it's really but I know there are so many initiatives. Yeah, like apparently she's saying that we have many more problems in Italy than just thinking about how to help people. So we need to help the government first to get fixed, and then maybe the new government is going to help us out. Even though there are crazy good initiatives, there are specifically regarding companies and startups, there are a few very good and well-known incubators. HFAR, a few miles from here. There is a new program, fascinates me, TechPix, is in Trentino. It's practically a Startup Chile done in Italy. And the thing that I like a lot, that is totally disconnected, as long as I know, from the Italian government. So it's a local government of this special region. It's a region that has local government to override the big government. They're doing really good. And there are a few other initiatives. Seed Lab is a new incubator/fund in Milano, but they're doing it around Italy. And it started from scratch with a clean approach to the best practices on how to help people. I mean, so there are opportunities in Italy, but what I say is that even if it's the best opportunity ever, I strongly suggest for people to leave the country. I'm not saying forever. I'm just saying to live for a while and study and get to know people and build your experience abroad and eventually come back. Yes, that would be something that I certainly suggest.
Ok, adesso lui mi invita ad andarvene, voi state studiando qui, magari nel futuro studiamo e muoviamo e diventiamo persone di potere noi per poter cambiare l'Italia e fare qualcosa di diverso e avere un'Italia da cui non è necessario andare via per poter creare qualcosa, per cui magari nell'ottimismo di essere così noi creatori di un futuro migliore immaginiamo che Paolo torni presto e cambi anche lui l'Italia, però in ogni caso è grazie anche a una formazione che ha avuto qua che è riuscito ad andare, costruire qualcosa e se a breve tempo dovesse tornare magari ci saranno nuove possibilità per chi ha buone idee, perché se sono buone idee vengono sponsorizzate anche in Italia, speriamo. No, era un augurio, non ti facevo una domanda, adesso magari con stanchezza.
No, to confirm what you're saying is that I ended up choosing. I mean, I chose to build my company abroad with what for me were the most interesting people to build it with. And we have here two examples. One is Stefano and Pierre. Thank you for checking your email.
You are more interesting. Definitely. Sorry.
Pierre is the VP of Sales of Equan, my company, and Stefano is the COO, and they are both Italian, they both live in Italy, and if it was also for them, I wouldn't be where I am and we are right now. So I believe Italy has a crazy big opportunity and amazing people to work with. I believe the best is to be able to match the best of what you know and your country and local talents with your international network and people and friends. Like to live two lives, that's the best way to do. And today is easy. We have fast flights. In 3 years we're gonna have London to San Francisco, suborbital in 1.5 hours, thanks to your buddy in UK, Branson. So it's gonna be really, really even easier to move around.
Lastly, I just want to give you an insight to how Paolo is. So I'm actually on vacation with my mum in Venice right now, and I didn't want to work at all because I've just done a 2-week tour around Europe doing tech events, and Paolo saw that I was in Venice and said, come on, come be on this panel. So he calls himself a serendipity investor. So I think that's a good example of being a serendipity investor. What does it mean?
Well, it means that it's being able to connect the dots and to build an image and to have an idea of what's going on based on random inputs, random messages that maybe a lot of the people don't notice on the spot. But if you're able to feel it, you can connect any little inputs, create your own new image, and no one is able to see. So it's a kind of a new level of seeing things that allows you to connect things better and to see better opportunity and even to track down Hermione, who happened to be in Venice. And you know, if I didn't open Facebook 2 nights ago, I wouldn't have seen her being here, and she wouldn't be here today. So I strongly believe in exponential growth, I call it. I found out this word lately also in the Singularity University. They teach you how to think exponentially. So not just static, step by step, but is how to build a world in 2, 4, 5, 6 steps from now. And then when you have that knowledge, you can see what's your best next step. It's like a time machine. It's like seeing the future. That means you can limitate the risk, and therefore you're more bound to success, lowering the risk and be more better, let's say, in a sense. So yeah, I mean, serendipity then means being open, and to recap your panel is like be really connected in real life. Use even social network as an extension of our power of connection. It's not a separate world, it's just us. It's an exponential way it's a projection of ourselves to more people. Grazie, you've been amazing, you both. Really. Now we get drunk.
Okay.